Uh, I'd like to say, Brother Spiller, I hope you know how much I love you.
And you. And him too.
And it's a miracle how the Lord brought us together. And I love singing at Meadows Chapel. And I just love this place. And I hope to stay here until the Lord calls me home.
Good.
I thought He was this week. I spent 2 days in the hospital this week. But here I am.
Praise the Lord.
Y'all can call me the Energizer Bunny if you want to. Searching through my records to find a song that would fit this particular time that we're in, and I think I found it, and I hope you'll enjoy it. The name of it is Till the Storm Passes By. In the dark of the midnight, have I oft hid my face, when the clouds hide around me, and there's no hiding place. It's the crash of the thunder, precious Lord, hear my cry, keep me safe till the storm passes by. Till the storm passes over, till the thunder sounds no more, till the clouds roll forever from the sky. Hold me fast and let me stand in the hollow of your hand. Keep me safe till the storm passes by. How many will help me do that? When the long night is ended and the storm comes no more, let me stand in your presence on that bright and peaceful shore, in that land where the tempter never comes. Lord, may I dwell with you till the storms pass by. Till the storm passes over, till the thunder sounds no more, till the clouds roll forever from the sky. Hold me fast in your hand, in the hollow of your hand. Keep me safe till the storm passes by. Can you say amen?
Thank you. Oh, soul do get weary. Did you ever get weary? You know, that gut wrenching, soul crushing, kind of funky blues. Weary. Yeah. Remember one of the songs, blues songs, man singing, to the garbage man, said, please come back. Says, you can keep my wife, but I can't see over the garbage pile. Just that on the bottom, kind of feeling that just fatigue sets in on our souls. I don't know about you, but with me, I'm feeling it as we enter these days. The governor has had to back up some on the restrictions because we spiked back up to have as many infections and deaths as we were when we closed the church on March 15th. We hear about masks and social distancing in the midst of sickness and death and unemployment. It just fills your soul, or it fills my soul with a sense of indefinite anxiety. That my eyes closed to sleep, but they fill with tears, and sleep becomes laughable, even more serious. Our souls get fatigued. So there are days when I just want to stay in bed all day and sleep through the difficult situations and hopefully eventually wake up refreshed with the realization that it was all a dream. But it isn't, is it? I know better. I have to be honest, even if I'm not happy that way. So one of the lines from one of those blues songs, oh, sometimes I feel like a motherless child. We grow weary of knocking ourselves out to do something good. See evil overwhelming. My prayers seem to fall on the floor at our feet instead of rising to the heavens. We get tired of exercising faith and having to seek harder and harder to assure ourselves that it makes a difference. So we don't like feeling that way one bit, God. We know we're not the first to have these feelings. For we hear our thoughts and our words echoed in the words of many of the Psalms. Let me share some with you from the 102nd Psalm and from the 143rd Psalm. These are paraphrases of the psalm, but they get at the heart and words that we know and feel in our lives. Hear my cry for help, O God. Listen to my prayer. Please don't turn away from me when I'm troubled. Come close to me and answer me quickly. My life passes away like smoke vanishing in the sky. My spirit is beaten down like trampled dead grass. nothing tastes good. I don't want to eat. I groan in agony and waste away to nothing. I'm lonely like a vulture in a deserted wasteland. I can't sleep. I moan all night long. My enemies ridicule and insult me. They use my name for a vulgar cuss word. I've been cast aside and thrown away. The enemy of everything good has crushed me into the ground. I live in a darkness. It feels like I'm buried alive. Hopeless and afraid. I'm depressed and ready to give up. My soul, like dusty, parched earth, thirst for you, O God. Can you join with me in saying, this is the word of God for the people of God?
Thanks be to God.
Where do we go from here? What we do with these feelings, these things, we can deny them, but we can't banish them. We can't wish them away. Our thoughts are our thoughts, whether they're good thoughts or bad thoughts. It isn't wrong to have these thoughts and feelings. John Wesley had a saying that you may have heard before. He said, you can't keep the birds from flying overhead, but you can keep them from making a nest in your hair. We can't keep the thoughts from not coming, but we don't have to dwell on them. What we need in these moments is the understanding to know what to do to keep them from making a nest in our hair. What do we do with these feelings? I don't know if the writer of the two Psalms that I read from were a part of the group that left Egypt with Moses or not. But I can well imagine their weariness in body and mind and soul, wandering around in the wilderness for 40 years. So I can imagine it, especially if your name was Joshua. But Joshua and Caleb were the only two people who left Egypt and then entered the promised land. They were part of the scouting party that had crossed the River Jordan 40 years earlier, to determine if they could conquer the Canaanites. They were the only two in that party that said, with God, we can do anything. The rest of them voted not to go. And all the original people died in the wilderness. It was their children and grandchildren who entered with Joshua and Caleb. Be careful what you vote. Can you imagine the thoughts and feelings of those two young men, now grown old? If only you people would listen to us 40 years ago, we could be sleeping in our own beds tonight, instead of camped out here in the wilderness. Imagine Joshua returning to Caleb and saying, if I had to eat one more piece of manna, I'm going to scream. Can you relate to that? I can. In a lot of ways. One moment was some years ago, I went with a group of young people on a 3-day, 3-night hike through the mountains of eastern Tennessee. It rained all 3 days and all 3 nights. It was one of these get to know yourself kind of things. So for food, they handed us a pack of frozen bologna and a pack of frozen pocket bread. They thawed out for us as we went, but they also got soggy from the rain. So it took me 15 years before I ate another piece of bologna or picked up a pocket bread. So imagining and relating to Joshua and Caleb, weary to the bone, having lost all their friends except Caleb, and now having lost their leader, Moses, as he went up the hill and never seen again. God calls Joshua to lead this band of grandchildren and great-grandchildren, this motley crew like an army, into the promised land. Where was Joshua to give the strength and courage to even put a foot in the River Jordan, much less fight the Battle of Jericho? Where are we to gain the strength and courage to take yet another step in this life? At times seems like nothing but misery and turmoil. Listen to the last words of the psalmist, 143. Every morning I lift up my soul to you, O Lord. Remind me of all the good things you have done throughout my life, so that I may put my trust in you. I give you everything I have, even my weariness. show me how to live this day. Amen and amen.
My wife says I need to remove this mask where y'all can hear me. So I asked the Lord to give me a few songs that would encourage people and lift them up in this time. And 3 weeks ago I went to the studio and recorded 4 songs. Blessed Assurance, Lord, I Need a Brand New Touch, and the song I sang tonight, a while ago. And I believe this will bless you. And my wife's got them. Hold your hand up so they'll know who my wife is. If you'd like to get one of these, or maybe you know somebody you'd like to give one to, you get one and get an extra one. It'll be a way of you ministering, and you can tell them, you can invite them to church at the same time. Will that be all right?
Sure.
So we can give you a tool here. So check with my wife if you'd like to get one. They're free, and we hope it'll bless them. Brother Spiller asked me to sing this song, and you couldn't have picked any more favorite song. 50 years ago, I was just a little boy. My daddy pastored a church, and my mother was the music director, and I played the organ in the church when I was just barely able to sit on the stool. And I played this song, and we sang it all the time. So we're going to do it. Jan is going to help me on the piano. I'm playing the organ, and let's see how it comes out. Pass me not, O gentle Savior, hear thy grace. I'm calling Savior, oh my Savior, will you hear my humble cry? Well, while on others thou art calling, Savior, speak up. I gotta sing that again. I'm calling Savior, oh my Lord and Savior, will you hear my humble cry? While on others you're calling, while on others thou art calling. One thing I ask, Lord, do not pass me by. Say